Hola, hola, it's Nereida, and this is actually an extended reading from two readings that I posted up on my TikTok. I believe that I will be sharing that part one and part two here on YouTube as well. So I'll very clearly put on there if you go back and look for it. So I'm going to go into more depth with this reading, and just to catch you up, especially if you're just joining me here. Basically, the energy here is in regards to a soulmate connection. Okay, this is a like a union of a soul union. I have the Two of Cups on the table, with the Two of Swords as the overall energy of the reading. And so what I was picking up on was maybe some kind of disconnect here, some kind of maybe indecision too with that Two of Swords, but it's almost like an intentional contemplation. Like, let me show you the Two of Swords. It's like an intentional contemplation of this energy, okay? Swords are mental in their element, their air element, mental in their nature. So like thoughts and ideas, okay? So it's almost like in this Two of Swords, this person here is blinding themselves. Like, I feel like it's this energy of looking inward, taking a moment to actually look inward in regards to this relationship, which is a beautiful thing, right? I also mentioned in those readings that today, we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde, but today in specific, April 3rd, we are in a Venus and Neptune conjunct, which does give this very Venusian, romantic, dreamy vibe, okay? So it could be a day, it is a great day to kind of set intentions for, if you're calling in a partner, if you're calling in union, all right? Now, some of the energies that popped up after this were the Ace of Swords, and we have two other kings, the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Now, this is like clarity of emotions, clarity of what you want to take action on, okay? However, there was some kind of defense energy coming in regards to a contract. Now, whether that's a contract that, a soul contract that these two people that I'm reading here have, the Two of Cups, or if this is another contract. This could actually be more related to work, even like overwhelmed with work, feeling like you have to defend your time and energy against work in order to give energy to this connection, okay? Now for guidance, we receive the Ace of Wands with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So this is, to me, talking about, it's time to take action. It's time to look not just about this moment, but set intentions for the future. Okay, Three of Wands. This is about looking like not just taking a look at what's going to be satisfying in this moment. This is about how can you build for the future. Eight of Wands is very fast moving energy, okay? And oftentimes in modern tarot, this is seen as like communication. Somebody's going to come in really quick and talk, send you a message, send you a text message, send you, however you communicate. But I see it in in the more traditional sense, this is about taking swift action. This is about something that maybe you don't see coming. This is about like left field, okay? Like, what? This is not what I was expecting, Okay, as I got clarification for that Seven of Wands, the King of Swords came up. So now there's three kings on the table, okay? This is a very masculine energy. This is, doesn't matter gender. I don't ever really say that anymore, but I feel for some reason I should here. Clarify that this has nothing to do with gender. This is a very masculine energy. When you think of the masculine, they are the masculine energy is much more logical, much more outwardly expressed. Okay, this is about doing, giving. Okay, so I do see that there is a King of Swords here that wants to come in and defend some kind of agreement, some kind, maybe clear up some kind of agreement, some kind of contract. To clear up that contractual energy, we have the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. So this is about that awakening. We have the Ace of Wands again. It's twice on the table. So this is about, you know, having those that passion ignited, like after with the Hermit card, maybe after some time of inner reflection, taking time away from energies, okay, which would actually affirm that Two of Swords. Feeling like this, like waking up of passion, okay. There are two serpents also that I see here in the Hermit card. So this is like an awakening almost of Kundalini energy as well. Like I'm really feeling that strongly, like creative energy. So creative, like thinking about creating a new agreement, some kind of new contract, okay? So whether that is you know, not to go too much into like the drama of the humanness of it all, although that's what we live in, right? It's almost like, is there three kings involved here? Is there a water sign, a fire sign, and an air sign? Or is this someone that is like holding all of these different energies? The King of Cups, ready to give from the heart. The King of Wands, ready to act on it, an aligned action. The King of Swords, ready to communicate about it, okay? So, and say it, tell it like it is, all right? So let's go get into some clarity cards with this Two of Swords energy here. What is this Two of Swords spirit? Let's get some clarity on that. Okay, I have the Ten of Cups. All right, so definitely there is an energy of like, okay, this is about the ultimate emotional fulfillment, okay? And I do feel like this Two of Swords is like maybe really feeling the depth of what this connection brings in. And it's like, yeah, and it's still definitely in that realm of the ethers, not quite down here yet, you know, in this third dimensional. And it's almost like this Two of Swords is like, it's funny because in that first part when I was talking about the Two of Swords, I was feeling somebody doing some kind of practice, some kind of like spiritual practice that involved like swords. I've seen like, you know, these yoga masters doing, you know, lots of poses with swords, like asana with swords. And it's almost like getting ready to, it's trickling in. It's like using the mental clarity, the mental mental sharpness to figure out how this Ten of Cups will be fulfilled. And now I do see that there is a connection already. There is a Two of Cups connection here already, okay? So, yeah, there might be some kind of, there might be a connection that this, you know, this energy is, maybe that's you, that you're trying to basically like bring that, what you want to feel in this relationship, or, you know, that you desire in this relationship down into the third dimensional. And I do see that Ace of Swords with all those kings. It's like somebody's ready. A masculine energy is like ready to like now is ready now to like give, to take action, to communicate. Okay, so in regards to the Two of Cups, to go a little bit deeper, Seven of Pentacles shows up here, and this is in the this is the vice versa deck. So there's two sides. All right, this is somebody looking at their hard work, Seven of Pentacles here. This is someone, I don't know, he kind of has like a sad face and not satisfied with like the work that he's already put in. Maybe like expecting more fruitfulness from this. Interesting. My light just went off. Let's see, can I turn it back on? I like it better with the light. Perfect. So this is definitely somebody that's like not like feels that they've put in some kind of work already and they're not seeing the results of what they would have hoped for. Okay. And so it's almost like, oh, that's, now I get it. Now this person is like contemplating, like, is this the actual 10 of Cups? Is this like my fulfillment? You know, is this where I'm going to find this fulfillment? Okay. And even maybe taking a little time of like disconnection to contemplate that. Okay. Maybe even not by choice. Maybe the universe is actually creating some separation so that there can be this reflection of what type of work needs to go into this relationship in order to get that 10 of Cups. Perhaps this person that you are dealing with is not used to putting in a lot of work. Maybe things come very easily to them and they are saying like, usually by this point things have gone a little further, but not in this situation, not as far as I see. Okay, so let's get some clarity on this Ace of Swords. What is this Ace of Swords here, Spirit? Because Ace of Swords, as we well know, this is a breakthrough moment in your thoughts, in your in the way that you ideas, beliefs. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords and the Fool card. Now, what I love about what I'm seeing here is that in the 10 of Swords, excuse me, this person is now looking and observing the betrayal. Okay, taken off the armor and is now observing that, no longer carrying it with them. Okay, there is an eclipsed sun in the background, which is interesting because we will be having a major solar eclipse on April 8th. So there could be something around that energy that, you know, to look forward to. Maybe this energy is going to give you an opportunity for that breakthrough moment, that clarity of like, you know, of thoughts, you know, definitely like if you've been feeling a little bit confused, like this could be some relief on that confusion. And with the Fool card, I mean, this is definitely a different type of energy here. Now, this is the second card that I see with a masculine carrying a wand with a serpent wrapped around it. Serpents denote transformative energy, transformation. We talked about Kundalini. He's holding a lily in his left hand, and lilies are very much connected to feelings and emotions. Okay, they bring a lot of healing energy into our emotional bodies. However, there are petals of the lilies falling from this fool's hand. His crown is on the floor, and his cup, there's a cup that's kind of like tipped over. And you know, what I'm feeling is like maybe like some of the clarity or some of what might come up like for like as that breakthrough is that, oh, I've been carrying this pain along with me for such a long time, and it's connected to, you know, the way that I think of myself. And, you know, like all I need really is, I don't need to carry that with me anymore. I don't need all of this stuff, okay, in order to be ready to move forward with whatever it is that you're wanting to move forward with, okay? So really interesting energy there. Now, King of Cups, Spirit, what is this King of Cups? Oh, very interesting. I have two cards that just popped up, okay? With this King of Cups, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. More feelings Pisces here, okay? He has like a fish chain. And I see a fish jumping out of the water behind him. So this King of Cups, so the two cards that popped up to clarify, Three of Swords and the Devil, okay? And this is the backside of the Devil. The Empress, did I say the Empress? I can't remember what I said right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stars with one very shiny star. I don't know why I'm feeling all the astrology signs and then the moon or the sun. This King of Cups, though, there is something here in regards to overcoming some kind of addiction to romanticizing life, okay? Because the Empress energy, she is the feminine, right? She is like the mother of all mothers. However, she's also seen as a feminine energy that's not very connected to her logic. It's very like, you know, very much just connected to her passion and her desire, okay? That's what that energy is. And so this King of Cups has had to overcome thinking about life in that way, okay? Because there, I do see there is some growth in the back of this, behind this Devil card. There's a lotus flower showing. There's some kind of book burning, okay? So it's almost like maybe there was some kind of overly focusing on doing things by the book. And, you know, the Devil card can be you know, it could shake some people up when they see the Devil card. And the Devil card really is talks about addictions. It talks about depression. It talks about thinking that, you know, believing that what is right now in this moment is all there is and that all that will ever be. So it really limits the querent. This is an energy that's really limiting, okay? So this King of Cups could be very like limited in the feminine energy that he's like calling in or thinking about. It's definitely an interesting energy, like making me like kind of pause and really hoping that I'm, you know, downloading the right, channeling the correct message. Well, I guess I have to trust my intuition always and trust that the messages that are coming through are exactly what you need to hear. And also, I really invite you to look at these cards, okay? And see what comes up for you, okay? Now, this is the backside of the Devil. So it's not like in the front side of the Devil, there's two figures, okay, that are chained to each other and to the Devil, okay? On the back side of the Devil, we're seeing definitely some kind of like ritualistic energy taking place, but we do have the lotus flower in the mix too, which does talk about taking these shadow energies and growing spiritually, okay? So, all right, I'm going to move on. And of course, I will sit with the energy when I'm done pulling all the cards and see if we can come up with a, if we get like a more complete, you know, message. All right, what is this King of Wands, Spirit? Really strong energy here, though. I honestly, when I came to sit down, did not think that this is, excuse me, what this message would be about. We have the Moon card, and we have the Eight of Swords with this King of Wands. So if we're talking about multiple people in your field, okay, if this is multiple masculines in your field, this King of Wands, there's something that is yet to be shown to this King of Wands by their own unconscious, subconscious energy, okay? I'm feeling Cancer energy here big time with the crab in the Moon card. All right, and then the Eight of Swords, this is an energy of feeling victimized and tied up. So this king, I do actually feel, you know, like what I'm getting now is like this is probably one person with all of these aspects, okay? But take it as it resonates. Like I said, it could be multiple people. But just because I see the devil in the mix here, this like Eight of Wands gives that devil energy of like feeling tied up, feeling like I'm never going to be able to figure this out. How am I going to get out of this? The only thing though that is always really interesting to me is the figures and how they look in their positions, right? Because if you look at this Eight of Swords, it's not like she's really fighting it. She's not really like too worried about being tied up like this, okay? It's almost like vulnerability. The way that her neck, she's, you know, just exposing her neck. This is her left side, vulnerability, you know? So it's almost like there is this King of Wands has yet to experience some kind of vulnerability, and maybe there's some kind of desire to experience a vulnerability. Yeah, this message is kind of, I mean, it is all over the place, but I do feel a sense of a thread coming here together. So let's just keep going. All right, so now I want to clarify this guidance. All right, we're going to go into the guidance. Please clarify this Ace of Wands for me, Spirit. And this Three of Wands. And this Eight of Wands, please. Interesting. Okay, let me put these aside now. All right. Okay. Ace of Wands. To clarify the Ace of Wands, we have the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So, wait. Is this the Knight or the Page? Let me just look really quick, okay? I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's the Knight of Wands, but I just want to get it right, okay? Let's see. Because that is slightly different energies, the Knight and the Page. Wait. Bear with me, please. Here we go. Here are the wands. And here is... Oh, this is so odd. How come the quartz are not with... Okay. This is the first time I'm looking into this book, and the court cards are separate from here. Okay, so it is the Knight of Wands. Thank you. All right, so Knight of Wands with the Six of Wands, to clarify, the Ace of Wands is like whatever action that you want to take here, whatever action that is the most passionate for you, is most likely going to bring you lots of success. This is going to bring you the recognition that you are seeking. This is going to bring you, and it's also like a, it feels like a group effort here, okay? There's some kind of action that you want to take that's a group effort, but you're leading it, okay? You are leading this energy, but there is victory here, okay? And the Knight of Wands is possibly, you know, one of the most passionate energies that can, in the court, they're very passionate, sometimes seen as impulsive, but here it's like, this is about feeling that fire burning that makes you want to take action, okay? So I feel like whatever it is that is igniting that, whatever opportunity you have here that you see is very fruitful, not just for right now, for the future as well, this is actually, it's in alignment, okay? Now, to clarify the Three of Wands, the Tower card has come in its reversal to clarify, okay? Not quite the reversal, but it is in its in the opposite energy, okay? So I do feel like there is, you know what, the way that I'm picking this up, the way that I'm feeling this is some kind of apprehension in regards to a mask coming off. There's something, you remember I told you that in the moon card, that King of Wands, the moon, there's something that's being hidden, that they're actually hiding from themselves. It's like there's something here that this energy is over identifying with, okay? And that it's like inevitably that mask will come off. And I don't think it's as harsh as it might feel. Harsh, it might feel like this big shakeup, but I feel like ultimately this is what's meant to be. There is no fighting the Tower card. This is like the resistance of that, okay? There is no fighting the Tower card. The Tower card is going to happen, and it's going to come and do its thing, whether we think that we're allowing it and we have control over it or not, okay? So there is this, you know, that Ace of the Ace of Swords moment. That's basically what comes in and removes that mask once and for all. It's almost like that Devil card that came in, you know, it's like what it's informing me of is almost like someone here is downplaying some kind of heavy, dark emotion that they struggle with, okay? Yeah. Interesting. To clarify the Eight of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups. So there is a match on the table here. Water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Two of Pentacles, all right? So I do see with this Eight of Wands that this action that's being taken here is definitely done from a very heart-centered, like there is something to say here about offering, you know, some kind of like I'm feeling like humility, like humbleness, and it's very positive expression. This is like bringing in humbleness, bringing in like offering of the heart. Like this is a in like very feminine, in a very feminine way, like very gentle and well-intentioned. With the Two of Pentacles, I do see this energy of like balancing of energy. There is I'm just gonna show you, okay? There's juggling here. There's a juggling of energy. Now, usually the Two of Pentacles is a feeling of being overwhelmed by balancing of money or energy. I mean, he doesn't really look like he is struggling here. And it almost looks like this is something that is a spectacle, I'm hearing. It's almost like, you know, people are watching. Perhaps this is Eight of Wands, like a message where this person is saying, you know, I have taken a look at my heart, or maybe this is you, like, this is what Spirit is asking of you, to move towards this more giving of the heart, like being more showing of the heart, and to remember that this balance of energy is, you know, it's all like the growth or whatever that you've made perhaps is like for way showing, like to show other people like, oh, this is how this is done. Okay. So as I look at the cards, you know, this could definitely be about, maybe there is a connection in your life that you are currently in. It doesn't have to be, it could just be your kind of disconnect from that like union companionship type energy. And you know, having a lot of thoughts and feelings in regards to this. But I do feel that there is still some work to be done on these aspects of yourself, like, you know, in regards to heart matters, overcoming the idea of just having that passion and you know, not very connected to the logic, like very dreamy type energy that is very Neptunian, which we are feeling today. You know, I wanted to say like fairy tale, but I also don't want to, you know, I'm a fairy tale queen. Like I love the fairy tale stories, although I know, you know, consciously I have awareness that some of those stories are whack. Like they're, you know, they're very what's the word, patriarchal, okay? And they don't always work out like that. So, you know, honestly, what I'm hearing right now is like, write your own damn fairy tale. Doesn't have to be damned. Write your own beautiful fairy tale here, an opportunity to write that beautiful fairy tale, okay? And to not be afraid to show your true emotions. Don't be afraid to show, to reveal your heart. That can never be wrong. Obviously, there are safe people to do that with, and there are unsafe people to do that with. It's not like you're literally handing your heart over to someone saying, here, take care of this, and, you know, I'm gonna leave that responsibility to you. No, of course not. But there is this like sense of, you know, releasing whatever masks that you have been carrying around. And masks can look like, there's so many different masks to wear, right? Even the mask of being a very masculine person. There's a lot of masculine energy here. Like, are you identifying more with your masculine, like mostly with your masculine side, a very independent, I don't need anybody type of energy? That's like on the, you know, way far spectrum of that energy. And when it comes to, you know, taking action is like, you know, look to your subconscious. If you're not quite seeing what you want to see in your life, okay, in regards to connections, whether they're friendships or romantic, and again, I'm really feeling the romance here. I'm really feeling the heart connection here. This is definitely soulmatey, okay? Especially with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups on the table. This is a very heart-centered connection. Two of Cups, come on, get out of here. It's spiritual give and take, that hieros gamos within the union within, being able to express it outside as well. So if you're not seeing, if you're not even taking the action that you would normally want to take, well, what is it in your subconscious? What is it in your unconscious that you are not willing to see, that you're not allowing yourself to see? Because you have been so stuck in, you know, in the way things are supposed to be, okay? In the way things are supposed to look, the way that the feminine is supposed to be, and the way that she's supposed to look. Most of the time, I'll tell you, we don't get what we want. We get what we need. The universe makes sure of that, especially if you're very spiritually connected soul. You've made contracts and agreements where it's more about wisdom and bringing in, you know, creating something together, and not just this like fairy tale, now we're going to be happily ever after. There's work to do after that. There is work to do. So and you know, we do see the Three of Pentacles on the table here, so that's like where that contractual energy comes up. You know, this is quite possibly a contract of going deeper into wisdom and creating something from that wisdom, okay? Creating something together from the addictions that were overcome collectively within this union, okay? Of the heavy energies that were overcome. How did you do that separately? How did you do that together? And I do very much feel like there is some kind of discussion around that. Like there is some kind of, you know, defense around that. I'm still a little bit, you know, it's one of those things in a reading where I'm just going to have to like eat the mystery, you know? The Seven of Wands with the King of Swords. I mean, to me, it feels like a discussion, and it came in with that Three of Pentacles. So there is some kind of like discussion of the matter in regards to contracts. Like maybe there is some agreements that need to be looked over, okay? Or some agreements that need to be made. And perhaps logically, there is some defensive energy that comes up with that. Like, oh, well, you know, I don't know if I want to sign up for that, you know, you know, I guess you will see. If this reading resonates with you, I guess we'll see. And again, I just want to go a little bit again into the guidance energy. You know, this is very successful energy in regards to moving from that place of like alignment, okay? Very fiery energy, but again, it looks good. It looks like in this case, you know, impulsivity sometimes can bring fruitfulness, like being able to strike while the iron is hot. That's a thing, right? I mean, I don't really use that. Like, I think I've used it one other time in a reading, and it's coming back to me right now. Like, maybe there is a timing thing here, okay? Which I believe divine timing is everything. So I just had to add that in there. So, and yeah, and allowing that whatever needs to be revealed, okay, however uncomfortable that might be, to allow it to, because this is setting up something for beyond what you can see right now, okay? This is about something way off in the future, you know, beyond the horizon, so to speak, something you can't see. But this tower moment, don't resist it, you know, like try not to resist it. Do your best to flow with it, to move with it, okay? And by all means, show your vulnerable side. Be vulnerable about the things that you still struggle in balancing, okay? Sometimes just being honest with people and straightforward is what creates those deeper bonds that we all so humanly desire, is it not? That's that vulnerability that we're all looking for. Everybody wants realness, but they don't want to be real. So I think that there is this call here to keep it real with yourself and keep it real with whoever you're dealing with, you know, in regards to the work that you can put in, that you want to put in, that you're available for putting in, okay, in regards to this connection. Again, talk, you know, like there's a lot of conversation here, I see. There's some conversation with some aligned action. Okay, so that all screams to me agreements and boundaries. All right. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave this reading. Thank you so much. If you followed from TikTok, I really appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, I will share part 1 and part 2 from TikTok, and I'll see you next time for another reading. Until then, keep the channel always on love. Adios.